Hello there and welcome to my YouTube channel, Julia Mail Crafts. So today it is time for hashtag Take 5 Art and I'm a day late. If I manage to get this recorded in time and edited in time, it might go out very late the day it should have gone. I don't know, I think I just must have, my brain must have stopped functioning. I was convinced it was tomorrow it was due up and then noticed all the other girls have theirs up now, and of course it is the last day of the month as I'm recording this right now. So anyway, our September prompts are use paint of any type, have a cut out word, let nature inspire you, recycle and self-portrait. So, yes. The self-portrait kind of freaked me out, but this, my JMC girl, is supposed to be me. With purple hair and, you know, paintbrushes. And yes, this is meant to be me, so I've printed her out and I'm going to use her as a self-portrait. And part of the recycling element and part of the nature element is going to come from this magazine that I bought forever ago. Yeah, this is the one I saw. That I bought forever ago, meaning to use and never have. So, I am going to take that strip of text because I think that looks quite cool, and I'm going to get that down first. And I don't know what element this will be. This is me just getting a background down. It could be the recycled element because it's an old magazine, but yeah, I'm just going to get that down now. To start off with, I'm going to chop the kitty cat off because it's not a kitty cat sort of page. Right, so let's get that down. I'm going to grab some gel medium. Yes, that brush seems like one that's already been destroyed, so a good one to use. Oh, I've been playing with it. I think I've stuck my gel medium lid down. Right, hang on, let's get this stuck down. I've got a bit of gel medium and I am just going to pop this down nice and quickly. I don't really have a plan at all. I'm just going to follow the prompts and hopefully do a nice quick and easy page, and we'll see how we get on with that. So I'm just going to stick this down like so. Right, pop that in water before I destroy yet another paintbrush. Then I'm going to grab, just to be a little bit different, I'm going to grab my brayer. I've got some dilution paint, so this is getting the paint element down. So I'm going to pop a little bit of this on. And so I've kind of gone with the yellows, partly because I had that green sort of peeking through from the previous page underneath, and partly I'm thinking like yellows and greens will work well for the inspired by nature theme. So that's got a bit of yellow down. Let's get a little bit of the green. I don't know whether to try and bring a little bit onto this page as well and sort of do a double page spread, but not quite. That makes sense to me, as in I just want a bit of colour at the bottom corner rather than everywhere. So let's get this rolled out. So I don't know why, just fancied a bit of a brayer today. No particular reason as to why, just, yeah, why not, right? Okay, that's fine. And then I am going to just, I think, dry brush in a tiny bit of the pink. Let's just dry this first so that we don't end up with mud, because obviously we've got green which has got the blue and yellow in it, and if I put pink we could end up with mud. So let's just dry this so that we've got one layer on top of the other. sorry. Forget that I need to blather away. Do you know, it's been that long since I've made videos that, you know, I'm sort of out of the way of it. Plus I've just finished doing a Facebook Live on my Facebook page, so I think I'm just a little bit out of, I've run out of patter. Right, let's just get, part of me's thinking, part of the, I tried to go through, tell you my paints are drying up, I think they've had their day. Yep, I'm going to need to invest in some more Dilutions paints, I think. Now they have them in the bottle so they don't dry up so much. But I've got some, because I've got the recycled element, I just quickly went through the recycling bin before I started filming. Yep, I can see me having to make in order with the lovely Be Crafty people. Because that's... I had lots of people say about, I've heard lots of comments about the fact the Dilution paints dry out, and I've never had an issue. I love to see about what, I wonder if you can add a bit of water. I wonder if that does anything. Activate it. Kind of got a bit of a mousse now, as opposed to a paint. I don't know. It's not very happy anyway. So yeah, but now they've changed the design so that they're in bottles, so I will have to maybe invest in some of those. Now well, that's me got my recycled element in and the touches of pink, so I'm quite happy. I'm just going to put the occasional sort of flicks of it as well. So yeah, we're getting there. This is a bit heavier than I wanted, but we'll probably end up covering that with the self-portrait girl anyway. Right, so I've got my, that's me got my paint and my recycled element down, so now I've got my girl. So I'm going to quickly fussy cut her. Very, very quickly fussy cut her, because we're just going to blend her in using a gesso trick as opposed to fancy cutting. I'll probably cut it slightly better than what I just have. We've got her. Oh look! It's quite nice actually. I would never have thought of crafting with this little lady, but kind of works, doesn't it? I'm quite happy. Right, so I'm just going to give her a slightly better cut out, and then we will get her stuck down. Do you know what, my red of my Dilutions dried up, but there wasn't much in it. I'm a bit gutted because that pink is my favourite colour, and yeah. Oh well. It also shows that you should not hoard your products. Because I mean, I have had those for absolute years and years. I think probably, I'm trying to think, I know when I bought them. I can think of when it was. I'm just trying to think about, I'm trying to work out how old my daughter was. It was the same year I went to my first ever craft event. I went to Glasgow. So I know it was round about that time. But I'm just trying to think how old Kezia would have been. I would say probably at least 5 years ago. So a good long while anyway. So it just shows that, you know, use your products up. Because if they sit in your stash for too long, they go off. They do not have an eternal shelf life, so it's actually more of a waste just to sort of save them for best than it is to actually get them out and have a play. Right, so that is her. Now I've not printed this off on particularly good, this is just normal copier paper. So you probably will find that there will be a bit of a seepage through. Actually I think I kind of want her more to the edge, and we'll chop a bit off her. Right, I'm just going to just dry this a little bit. And just so that we don't get too much seepage, and then we are going to gel medium. Right, so I'm just going to grab a spare bit of paper so that I don't gel medium all over my page. So let's pull this back in. Okay, and dry my brush, and we'll just grab a load of gel medium and let's just get that down so that we can stick her on our page. Right, okay. I'm going to stick her down like so. I was going to move her over a little bit, wasn't I? Right, let's get her down. Okay. Awesome. She looks a bit squint actually. I might have to straighten her up a little bit. Oh, I can't, it's going to rip. Okay, this is the thing, I use copier paper so it's not the best quality. Do this without it. Nope, it's going to rip. Okay, I'll just have to live with her squint. That's okay. Right, so I'm just going to flick my page around. I have a video for this as well. This was Dawn and Julia Create when Dawn challenged me to just use green. As you can see, I stuck to the brief immensely. Didn't add any pink at all to lift it. At least that was only one cheat. Dawn cheated twice on her video. A 1-layer card became a 3-layer card. So yeah, I still think I won because that's one strike where she got 2. So I still think I'm winning. Okay, so we've done that. Now I'm going to try to make this look like part of the page as opposed to the fact that it's just been stuck on. And to do that, I am just going to get my gesso and we're just going to sort of go over the sort of white element of the paper and pull it on. And the colour's lifting, it's all blending together, but that's fine because it's just going to make it all look like sort of like part of the page, like it was painted on the page, as opposed to the fact that I cheated somewhat and printed it out and then stuck it down. So it's a great way. And if you use digital images, because obviously I use digital images quite a lot, sometimes we can worry about how do we put a digital or printed image and then incorporate it into a mixed media page and for it to seem seamless. And this is one way that we can do that. So as I said, just literally sort of popping it around and pulling it out, and as I said, it's giving that sort of painterly effect, but making it look like, yeah, making it look like part of the page, doesn't it? It doesn't look that bit there now. It doesn't look like it's just been stuck on, does it? It sort of looks like part of the page. It's an awesome little trick, this. I didn't invent it. I did see this years ago and I can't think where. I think it was at the time I was really into, because it was before I started sort of drawing my own images, the Saturated Canary, Krista Smith, her images, and I think she had one of her design team members did a video on using digital images in a mixed media project, and this sort of using the gesso to sort of blend it into the page. That was a trick I saw on that video there. So as I said, it's not nothing I've come up with, but it does just blend it in. And also the fact that there's those other paint colours, they are sort of picking up as well and moving as I'm adding the gesso, so it's sort of bringing that colour into it as well. And there we go, we've got that sort of blended in. It's a shame she's a bit squint, but you know, we've blended it in. That's fine. Right, so we've got the portrait. I might just bring some of these colours, I just feel like that's quite white in comparison now to the rest of this page. Actually, I wonder if I just got anything, I wonder if there's just a little bit left on my, enough left on my brayer. No. We'll bring it in manually then. I just want a tiny little bit. I just want a little hint of colour up here. Just feel it needs, this corner needs tied into the rest of the page a little bit. There we go. So again, these things here, I'm actually painting over her now. Again, it's all just sort of tying the page together. Okay, so we've got our self-portrait, we've got the paint, we've got the recycled element because we used the toilet roll to make marks, and we've got the page from the book. So now we need inspired by nature and cut out words. So this particular magazine that I have had sort of nature and garden elements in it, so I am just going to flick through that, maybe cut some bits out and some words, and we'll just finish off the page. Okay, so there was lots of floral elements in that magazine, but nothing really sort of matched just the way the direction I've gone with the page. So they had like a colouring page with this girl in it here. I might actually use her as the start of another page. But anyway, I've cut the flowers out and I am just going to stick those down now. And I think that'll be my floral element. Oops. So we'll just stick that down. But I'm just thinking the black and white, the contrast works quite well with the colours that we have. So that's just a bit awesome. Right, I'm putting a leaf there because it covered a straight edge, because I'd have to cut a straight edge to do that. So I'm just going to pop that down there like so. So we've got that coming up the page, and I like the contrast of the black and white against the colour. I think that works quite well. So again, I'm just going to chop around the edge. I'm going to save these little pieces because they may just help to sort of build the frame that we are using. I always find that all these little bits come in quite handy. I'll just cut those like that. Okay, so what I mean is, like, we can just create that frame there just by popping another little bit down like so. So that can work quite well. And then I've got one up here just to pull this around, just to tie it all in together. So let's get a bit of gel medium on that one there, and then I'm going to pop the leaves down. Okay, like so, and then I'll just chop that off, but you've already seen me doing that sort of thing, so I'll probably take myself off camera just so that I can get a good angle for that as well. Which probably won't be, it'll be a good angle for me chopping, but it might not be the best angle for viewing what's going on. So let me just chop that down. And then there was this poem about freedom, and there's a big long poem, but I didn't think I needed it all, but I just thought the first sentence of it was quite good. It just says, freedom means not having to be anyone else but you. So I thought that was quite nice. So I'm just going to chop that down. I'm not worried about it being straight, because the whole thing is it's meant to be chopped out from a book, and it looks more like it's chopped out from a book if it's not perfect. So we'll get that and then that, but what I will do is grab my black pen and edge that. I am so going to have to get myself a new pro marker before next week because my chisel end isn't working anymore. So I need to get that, so I might have to have a wee trip up to Hobbycraft and just to get that, because I find it much harder with the brush nib. And I do have my gorgeous Jane Davenport pens, which I'm about to take out just now to doodle, but yeah, I don't want to destroy the chips on those, the chip nib. Huh? Oh dear, dearie dear, I'm losing my words. I'm not making any sense. Chisel nib, that's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say chisel nib, but that is not what was coming out. Right, let's grab a little bit of gel medium. Right, let's grab that and we'll stick that down like so. And again, I'm going over my girl a little bit, but it's all these little things that will help to blend her into the page. So let's get that, and then, as I said, we don't want it upside down. Right, there we go. So we've got, oh sorry, I've just bashed the microphone there, so if we have some strange sounds, I do apologise. Right, let's see, what nib do I want? I don't want to chisel them. What's this one? I just want to. See, I like this. I think it's a 2-page spread, but there's nothing really on this side, and I like that. Right, so I am just going to scribble some lines and just to frame this. So let's do that. Okay. It's just going to tie things together and frame it and draw the eye in. So it's just doing some very, very loose scribbles. But I do just quite like how that turns out. I have to frame everything, so I think if you watch my videos, oops, that's a lot more swirly than I intended it to be, but that's okay. Yeah, I think if you watch any of my videos, you'll know that like doodling is a must. Right, I am pretty sure that we have put all 5 elements in. I am just going to grab my phone and double check. I'll clear my desk so we've got a better look at the page as well. Okay, so just checking the prompts. Use paint, which we've done. Cut out words. Let nature inspire you. We've got our floral elements there. We've recycled because we've got the strip from the magazine, the flowers are from the magazines, and we've got the toilet roll stamping and a self-portrait, which this is a version of a self-portrait for me. So yeah, we have fulfilled all the prompts, which is awesome. And yeah, that's me. So please do check out what the other lovely ladies have done. Don't forget, you can join us if you use hashtag Take5Art. We will find you, or you can message us to let us know that you've done a video and we'll come and find you. We get very excited when we discover somebody has played along, so please do join us. And yeah, all the details are in the description box below, along with the other lovely ladies. If you have enjoyed it here, please do consider liking and subscribing, and I'll be back with you very soon. Okay, take care then, and goodbye.